Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I was just about to give up on this, and I'd actually told her to send me a new picture on a black and white piece of or black paper because it's losing some detail when we do it. And like this, leaves of this thing are gone. And if you can see these lines in here. So this is the traced version. And all the details are there. And so when you take this and to explain to her or anybody listening, this is your fill color. This is your no fill SWAT, really. It says no fill. This is your pin. So this is your left mouse button. This is your right mouse button. So if we turn that blue, because I hit it with the blue with my left mouse button, if I hit it blue with the right mouse button, it puts an outline around it. Now there's that telltale bad sign. So what I would normally do on something like this, and I've always done it this way, but I'm almost kind of glad I learned this tonight. I always go left click, right click, but we lost some details. And also we're going to take it and turn it into a hairline. And we've lost some details. So what I just figured out tonight to do, while it's in this mode, get the Smart Fill tool. Now I'm going to put a rectangle around it just in case it leaks. Now that line's going to interfere with this, but look at that. It's got all the details. So let's nudge that out of the way and actually take that and fill it in and nudge that out of the way. And I think we have all the detail. I'm pretty happy and excited about that. Now there's some other problems with it, but now that we have that done, hopefully we can left click, well, take the whole thing. I tell you what, we're going to take the whole thing and weld it together, and that put those two pieces together. Now we can left click, right click, and see we've lost those details. So I don't understand if you can see when I go back, you know, the center part of the detail. So what we need to do is take that Smart Fill. And let's see, just move it out of the way. Well, it's really like that. So I don't understand why we're losing the detail when we left click, right click. It's a little bit irritating. Let's go to view and wireframe and look at it under wireframe. See the details they're into that flower. So maybe we're not losing detail. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong because that's part of the flower. So let's go ahead and left click, right click, and look at it under hairline. And maybe I'm wrong and it looks like that. So there are some problems still. Look how rough this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to correct it for, and I will send you this. I'm going to Control G to group it, and then I'm going to hit P to put it in the center of the page. Well, I need to move this stuff out of the way first. And it would take a long time to clear this up, this jagged edge. And also, I don't think the line is straight. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to bring in an indexing line. I'm going to have a snap to it, and you can see how far we're off. And then I'm going to double click on it. If you don't double click on that X, you get that. So I'm going to move this here. I'm going to make it a little straighter. So I'm going to take this and move it up. I'm going to have to zoom in to see what I'm doing. So if you double click, you get and that's probably good. Now, also this line isn't straight. It's got a little bow to it. So we're going to correct that. So what I'm going to do now, we're working it, I'm going to change it to inches. It's 23 inches wide, so I'm going to change the nudge factor. And also, I don't know if Corel brought it in like that, but you need to change your duplicate distance to 0, 0. You'll be a lot better off. So I'm going to make it 20 inches, and I'm going to make a duplicate of that and move it over. Wow. Oh, it's only 6 inches. So take this and make it 7 inches. take this and hit the plus key on your keyboard is the best thing to do. Because I want to fix the outside before I really do anything to the inside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to object and break the curve apart. And I'm going to see if I can't grab the outside. And then I'm going to go to object, group. Well, maybe I didn't break the curve apart. There we go. That's what I want. I'm just going to delete this. And remember that I'm nudging. And that's in the center of the page. But see how rough this is? And actually that line across the top's not flat. So what we're going to do first, we're going to fix that line. I'm going to grab the shape tool and I'm going to go through here and delete all these nodes. Then I'm going to look at this corner. That's good. And I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. And I'm going to take the shape tool, I'm going to grab those top two nodes. And I'm going to right click and turn it into a line. So that made it a good line. Now I'm going to take a 2-point line and hit P, put it in the center of the page. So it's a little bit off, maybe cosmetically on here. I think it could work without that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually, now we need it to be half. So this side is a lot smoother. It still needs to be fixed, but I'm going to take the virtual segment delete key and delete this half. Now this might be a little bit smaller now that since we weren't 100%. And see all the nodes that's still there? I would bet you would want those nodes gone. I'm going to take the smoothing tool, click on your line and just smooth it out. Now let's look at the nodes with the shape tool. Well, I didn't do a very good job. Maybe I didn't. You've got to click on it. You got to be able to see the nodes. There we go. See the nodes disappearing. Now take that half, Control D and make a duplicate, and that's why you want your duplicate distance on 0, 0. Take this two-sided arrow and move it over. Get rid of this line. Now we could possibly have a leak. I don't think we do, but I'm going to take a rectangle and I'm going to fill that in. I'm going to nudge that actually up, and I'm going to left click, right click. And by doing that, see, I've made these two pieces one piece. Now I can move this back down and nudge this back over. Now I'm just real curious whether it all fits, and it doesn't. So what we could do, let's back up here. So let's take this side, put P, this, wow, now it's bigger on this side. So what I'm going to do, okay, there's something wrong. I got a little bitty line there. That's why it was off. Hold down the control button, then hit P. There we go. So that's more in the center because this is I didn't back up far enough is what the problem is. So let me back up quite a bit more to get the old one back. See, I remember how I fixed that one. Okay, here's the old one. Let's make sure how it looks before we do anything and see it fits everything perfectly. But this is cut out of paper. So what I'm going to do is nudge it over. And I'm pretty sure I hit P and put it in the center of the page. But I'm going to nudge that back because I've nudged it down a little bit. And, you know, we've still got this rough edge. So maybe you still want it symmetrical. So let's take a 2-point line and hit P and see how it's over this way. So we deleted that side. Let's delete this side. And then let's fix this side and see if that doesn't work. We can do the same thing. You can do both. You could fix both. So the bigger ones, I'm going to get rid of the bigger set of nodes. And then I'm going to take the smoothing tool. You have to be able to see the nodes to hit them. And I actually maybe added a node up there. But we just want this a little smoother. And the bigger your nib is, you can change your nib up here. The bigger it is, the faster it's going to go, but we're not in a hurry. And I bet you this probably needs to be maybe a little bit more inwardly. Now we can take that, Control D, and make a duplicate, grab the two-sided cross and do that, and then take away our indexing line or line. I'm pretty sure it's not going to leak, so I'm going to just fill it in, and it didn't, but I would always put it, if you're not sure, I'm going to left click, right click, and then nudge it down and over, and let's see if it doesn't fit. See, we've changed it just a little bit. I still think you'd want to be, I'm going to change this to a hairline. I still think we're too close to the paper. So what you could do is take this one and take these nodes and just lift them up. And with that, we've got a little bad spot, especially when you're cutting paper. You don't want too many little bitty bad spots. So I'm going to delete that and maybe take that and move it around. So for the one I'm doing for, I will send you this file and you can keep playing with it. But I think we're there. I'm really kind of happy with it. And you can always smart fill it to see what it's going to look like when the paper's cut out. And then if you take away the outline by right clicking, well, a lot of times that doesn't work when it's a fill. So let's nudge it over and that's what it's going to look like. So I'll send it just like, I'll erase a lot of this stuff. I don't mind sending, I would fix this, young lady. I keep saying Ginger, but I'm pretty sure I get happily, I get like 4 or 5 emails a day and trying to keep up with who sent me what. I just, take your smoothing tool. I'll smooth this one up a little. See how big my nub is? But because this is the only thing highlighted, it won't change anything else. Now I'll highlight that and just kind of, smooth it out a little bit to your discretion. And you, like the other day, we could add some stuff. But anyway, I hope that helped. So I'm going to delete everything else that you do not need on here so the file won't be so big. And you're more than welcome to use it or do it on your own and learn a little bit more. And anyway, I hope that helped her a little bit. Thank you for watching.